friendos. A classic, if you will. A classic. Listen, man. If you didn't play this game when it first came out on PC, you have lost out. Can I play Daddy? Don't hurt me. Bring him on. Can I play Daddy? That's where we're gonna go. I remember playing this on PC. It's like a 486. You know, like I remember it was a guy had a shop at a flea market that I used to go help at. And he had it on PC. He sold PCs. And it was so cool, man. I felt like I was doing something so awesome by playing this. I mean, it's before I understood, you know, what it was or how it was. I didn't understand what they were, you know. But this has still been one of those games, man, where every time I see it, I've got to play it. Crazy. And they weren't glorifying. They were glorifying them, what they were doing. This was just a game where obviously you're supposed to be taking them out. But, you know, people were so emotional. That some of the remakes of this game don't have any of the banners or the flyers or the armbands or paintings. You know, look at that, baby! That secret wall. They tried porting this onto everything. They even ported it onto the Super Nintendo, and that is quite possibly the worst port. Yeah, I would say Super Nintendo's probably the worst. I'm sure there's other ones that I haven't played, you know, but this one and the PC are my go-tos. And I'll still play this every once in a while. Yeah. I'll go to DOSBox or something and play this and the original Duke Nukem. Not Duke Nukem 3. It was like, oh yeah, baby. Like, talk to the king, you know, all the 20, which was cool too, at its time. But the original Duke Nukem, right? Side-scrolling, like, you know what I mean? Like, you had to get these little key cards. Another game that I got to play at the computer shop. The guy that owned that shop was really cool, man. He's kind of a weird, he's kind of a weird dude. It was a different time, you know what I mean? Like, you say it now, like, some random guy let you play on his computer, be a side eye, but he had a shop there. He built computers and sold software. The majority of that software was questionable. You know, it was very questionable software. He introduced me to, like, the shareware stuff, and I blew my mind. He's like, yeah, you can get this game. It's a couple levels. It was Doom. And he's like, and if you like it, you pay. Spend money, send $14. Spend $14 to this address, and they send you the rest of the game. That's actually what I got doing. And Duke Nukem. I remember I got Street Fighter. But Street Fighter on PC was not like what we have today. Street Fighter, not at all. It was two dudes. They were jumping around. It was a very, very early fighting game, and they did great for what it was. I remember he had that. That guy had so many cool games. Like, I still have a soft spot in my heart, man, for all the old DOS box games, all the DOS games, all the. That was my go-to, man. All right. Any opportunity to play them old games. I thought about building an old PC just for that. You know what I mean? Just build an old computer. I got a place out here by me that sells. I don't know how this place is still in business. Like, they've been around forever. There's never anybody in there. All their stuff that they have is super duper old. I mean, super duper old. They're super Asian. Like, what do you mean by that? Well, before you get your feelings hurt, they are very much like what you want while you're here. You're gonna buy something. They've always been really good to me. They have software, man, like the whole side of this building is windows. And they have software, almost like they're using software as curtains. So all this old software, all this old Windows software, and Microsoft software, DOS software, Macintosh software, just lining these shelves, acting as curtains. And they've got like server computer, they've got all kinds of, and it's all old. It's crazy, man, because it's all old, obsolete. Like, just, I mean, junk. And like, everything's priced super expensive. But if you ask for like, $10, $5, like my optical mouse is a roller mouse, a Microsoft rollerball mouse. It was brand new. I gave it used stuff. They got brand new stuff. It had a $99 price tag on it. It's the Ball 3 or whatever. It's a nice mouse. It had $99 on it. And I was like, hey, is this the price? And the lady was like, bring it to me, Like I said, very, very like stereotypical Asian. Like, you buy now. And she's like, $5. Okay, like $5 it is, man. But I got $5. And it's stuff I don't need. Like, I bought a bunch of big box PC programs and games. I don't need those. Pretty cool to have, though. These maps are so big, you kind of get lost in the minutia of it all. This is a great port. Like, Super Nintendo port was horrible, but it was in a red cartridge, so that was cool. But but it was a horrible port. I mean, just awful. Like, it moved really weird. It was super slow. It was like every time you did anything, you had lag. This runs great. This is almost PC status. This is also the same system that introduced gas. Come on, bud. Yeah, the ports are hit and miss, man, on these kind of things. Like, I think Doom has been ported to everything, and a lot of those are hit and miss. Some people think it's the best thing ever. I'm like, yes, it is. Some of the Doom ports are garbage. And I stopped really giving a crap about Doom after like the third. You know, like it just kind of became so repetitive. And the same thing with these Wolfenstein. They didn't follow. I don't know. I think they should have. I think it'd be cool for somebody to redo this game. And one of the new, you know, and the new engines, and have it more expandable, expanded, and, you know, new enemies, new looks, colors. Yeah, oh my god, I forgot about this thing. Yeah, I just think, man, with a new coat of paint, and you could do it. I don't know. I don't program games, obviously. I'm not that guy. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I feel like you could put a new coat of paint on this fairly easily and fairly cheap, and sell it. You know, sell it for a couple dollars to make your money. But, you know, whatever. That's just me. Such a good game. Yeah, I remember after I found out who he, like, I had an idea, I was a kid, but like I had an idea who he was. I mean, he was a general. I knew he was a leader of like Germany, but I didn't know anything. And you know, what you know is when what you're taught in school might not be the most accurate, right? So, but I had this book, and it was all these airplanes. I was really into airplanes. I was kind of like kind of an autistic kid. Not really, but I loved planes, like fighter jets. I had a book that had all these fighter jets, and a huge section of it was fighter planes and jets from Germany. And I always thought the swastika looked super cool. And I remember, like I said, this is elementary school. I remember drawing the swastika. I was drawing the planes. It wasn't like I was just drawing swastikas on things. I had planes. I was drawing the planes like I saw them in the book. And I got in so much trouble. I mean, you would have thought that, like, they caught me doing this to people. I mean, it was crazy. They called my parents. It's elementary school, man. And they turned in this big thing. And they're like, well, you know, he needs to understand what this is. and they made me watch this documentary thing. This elementary school. Just to remind you again. Maybe watch this thing on like what happened in Germany and what happened to the Jews and what happened here and happened. I was like, holy crap! Like it could still be a super interesting. It's an interesting part of history. But no, you can't draw the bad symbol. You get in trouble. But it's crazy because it was like drawn on the wings of planes and stuff. It wasn't like, you know what I mean? There was no malicious intent behind it. There was no. Let's see. Dude, am I gonna be able to make it? Come on. No, just not. I thought that was gonna be my elevator door. I'm on the way out. I love how his face changes as he gets his freaking teeth kicked in. I mean, he wears it. You know what I'm saying? There's first aid. Let's go. There we go. 68. Yeah, I remember getting in so much trouble. Like, I got my book taken. But the thing is, it was fighter jets and planes and like Zeppelins and stuff all around the world. It wasn't just Germany. Like, it wasn't just a book full of swastikas.
All right! All right!
Yeah, it was nuts, man.
Halt!
Okay, there's a door.
Halt!
I guess what I'm talking about. I don't know if the new one has and stuff. I don't even remember if they have any of the papers, swastikas up or anything. I mean, it's a very interesting piece of history. I am very intrigued by it in so many ways, just because everything that happened, I would like to know everything that happened. I like to be informed. I like that. I like history, but we went to a airplane museum a while back, and they had airplanes and helicopters, jets, and everything else. It's really neat. They were, you know, desanctioned or whatever. Like, they didn't run, they didn't, you know. But they were, one of them, they had a giant helicopter, man. I don't even know what it's called, but like, you could probably fit 300 people in there. It was huge. It was meant to carry around, like, to transport vehicles and equipment and stuff. That's what the guy said. And it took a bunch of blasts to it, so the sides all shot up and destroyed, you know? But, so it was all shot up and destroyed. And we got to go look inside of it, which was really neat. But anyways, they had, you know, they got like videos up. They've got like a British section, so section, and a section for Japan, and they've got posters up and propaganda. You know, it's what it is, right? They had all these posters up of the Germans. And it was propaganda posters, which, I mean, we have propaganda in our military, and we use propaganda too, so it's not like it's something new. It's been around forever. Everybody uses it, whether it's in politics or applying for jobs. Son of a gun. applying for jobs. And people use propaganda on everything. There's so many different types of propaganda. So they had all these propaganda posters, and it was like, you know, they're coming for your children and your wife, and talking about specific group of people that the Nazis were not huge fans of. And what's crazy is those posters were up, and then we went a couple months later and those posters were gone. And I was like, hey, where did those posters go?
Yeah!
And the only young lady that was running, or was not running, but, you know, watching, making sure people weren't breaking stuff or stealing stuff, said, we were requested to take them down. We had to take them down. I said, you took down the history pieces, the propaganda posters? She's like, yes, sir, we were told to take them down ASAP. But mind you, there were still propaganda posters up everywhere else for everyone else, right? It was just that one group of people they wanted those posters pulled down, which I thought was crazy. But neither here nor there. So I think there's so many different things to worry about, so many more things to worry about than propaganda posters or pieces of clothing. Oh my goodness. I forgot about that grenade launcher, which was not in the PC. This was very specific to the studio, I believe. But to pull down all those posters was crazy. Okay. I'm not a boss. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't know. So I'm going to make this game today. Because I don't even think the new Wolfenstein have any of the images. Like, I tried playing one the other night, and it was like zombies or something, and I was like, oh, okay. Had all these pentagrams and everything, and it's just not my thing. I don't, if you watching my videos we did before, like I'm playing a game and there's pentagrams or there's this or like devil worship, or I'm like, okay, we're out. Like, it's not. One, I don't find it entertaining. Two, I don't want to invite it into my home or my life or my heart. It's easy to kind of pull it off and be like, oh, it's just this, it's just that. But religiously, I am Christian. That is something I am proud of. It's just not something I feel like as a Christian I need to indulge in. You know what I mean? Like, I watch scary movies and stuff. I watch this and that and listen to this and that. Like, I love Insane Clown Posse. I'm a grown man who enjoys men dressed up as wearing clown paint makeup and rapping. But it's humorous to me, right? It's not serious. Like, I don't take them serious. I don't think they take themselves seriously. I don't know about now. I don't listen to them. I haven't listened to them in a very, very long time. But I grew up listening to them and enjoying it and thinking it was hilarious. So funny, ha ha ha. They even came out as Christian, so like their thing was the Dark Carnival, And these Joker cards is what they called them, and it was like, hey, follow us this carnival, and it's all these different cars, and they've got all different names, and those were albums, and really neat idea, and I remember listening to them and enjoying it. And some of it's kind of dark, I think it's all of it. Some of it was really dark, some of it not so much, but it was humorous. They built a whole fan base of people that felt left out, neglected, unwanted, unheard. I was one of those kids, man, and it gave me something to listen to, to believe in, to interact with. And then for the last Joker's card, it came out to be God. It was heaven. And people wanted it to be so much more. They were mad at them, and they were talking about, I hate them, and I don't believe I ever listened to them, and they're sellouts. And I was like, that's hilarious. Like, people upset. And then, it's like they call them juggalos. Like, and he's like, I hope all juggalos find them. And I remember going, oh my God, that's crazy. That's how old I am. I bought the CD, and I was working. I had 2 jobs. I was going to school, and I didn't have a car. My car took me out, so. And I was walking back from work, and I was listening to it. I was jamming it, and I was so excited to have this new CD. You had to put the CD in your CD player and hold it at an angle so it didn't skip. Even though it was supposed to be a skip-proof CD player, it wasn't. I remember walking, man. I was walking home from work, and I just kind of, and this was before I kind of started my journey into Christianity. I was, so I was a very lost, still am, not perfect, still very much lost, still very kind of trying to find myself. But that album, I was like, that's what I needed to hear. It's crazy, like, I don't know. But I guess that's where I was getting at with this was like I enjoyed that kind of stuff too, but pentagrams and the devil this, devil that, this is not my, it's not my cup of tea, it's not my bevy. It's not my beverage of choice. Speaking of beverage of choice, you can come at me if you want, but I'm going to say it. McDonald's has the best Sprite in the world. Not sorry. Not taking it back. McDonald's, the best Sprite on the face of the earth. What am I doing here? Where am I going? Yeah. Best Sprite ever. I had a Sprite from McDonald's yesterday. Man. Changed the direction of my day. I was at work, I was like, man, I really don't want to be here. I really don't want to deal with this today. And one of the drivers showed up late. He's like, man, I'm so sorry. I was like, yeah, you owe me lunch. What do you want? I said, man, I want a Sprite. He said, I got you. So he went to McDonald's to get lunch, and they brought me a Sprite from McDonald's. And that Sprite was a hot little tear of joy ran down my cheek, almost like when you pull a nose hair, that hot little tear runs down your face. That's what I had. Now I got a Sprite, which I love, ice cold Sprite. I got a Sprite from a fountain drink machine at a gas station at a Circle K over by the house, and it tasted like a cup full of dirty change from a hobo's pocket. I don't know what was wrong with it. I don't know. I mean, the cups were brand new. Like, it looked like Sprite, you know? But it was disgusting. Like, I took 2 sips and was like, 1 sip was enough. I don't know why I dared to take 2. Yeah, I dumped it out. Kind of felt like just a horrible person dumping out Sprite. Dude. Okay, where am I going right now? That's that man room. Yeah, Sprite, man. McDonald's is very good. It's super duper ice cold. Like, I can't drink soda any other way, man. But like ice cold Sprite. Oh, just perfect. And Sprite has a like a spiced cherry or something. I had it the other day. I was like, oh my goodness. Well, not out of a fountain. It was a bottle of QT. Man, why is a bottle of soda $3? I remember when a bottle used to be $1 and cans were like 25 cents, 50 cents. I remember when a can of soda was 35 cents. And then the super generic Kroger brand Dr. K or Dr. Lightning was like 25 cents. I remember that. Bring that back. $3 for a bottle of soda. I went with the boys to the grocery store the other night. They wanted to do the Mentos Diet Coke thing. And I was like, yeah, let's go. So we went to Walmart. A 2-liter of Diet Coke was $1.29 for a 2-liter. Was it 20 ounce? Is what those bottles are? The small bottles, 19 ounce. It's a bit bigger than a can. That's $3, $2.98. Come on. And I get you're paying for the ease, right? You're paying for the ease, and they know, like, oh yeah, the 2-liter, it'll go flat, it's no good. But we get like 12 cans for $15.99 now. I remember a 12-pack of soda was like $3.99, $4, and that was for the good soda, not the generic, not the generic stuff your grandma will buy you. She's like, oh, it's soda pop. It's pop. But like legit stuff. So I'm old. I used to love those generic sodas. Man, I don't know where this to go. There's no map. No map. Come on. because it was super limited on these CDs. That's the loop back. Huh. I guess that's what I'm gonna do. I guess I'm gonna ride the wall. Ride the light, baby. Huh. Let's see. I'm just going in circles, man. I'm going to be able to solve this. Still only have one key. I'm trying to see if I can find the map. Can't find it. I'm trying to look online. I don't. Because it's different for all systems and. Yeah, I can't find anything. I'm not finding anything. Sorry, dead space. I'm going on my phone looking for anything that could help me. There we go. The cages. The cages.
Halt!
Oh, they did pull the people out for this. So on the PC, there's skeletons in there. That was wow. Bam, bam, ba-dum, bam. Here it goes. Huh. Where's the door, the key? Yeah. I thought that was it. There we go.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Emergency! All right!
You're slick creeping up on me, bud.
All right! All right! Yeah!
Yeah. The PC one wasn't so animated. I always felt bad shooting the dogs, though.
Halt! Emergency!
Ugh. Alright, friends. I'm gonna turn it in, man. I woke up at 2:30 this morning. Couldn't go back to sleep, so look at that. There's no way I'm gonna leave already. Alright, man. I'm gonna get off here. But guys, I hope you have a great Saturday and a great Sunday if I don't see you. Hope you are surrounded by good people and good things, and I hope that everything runs smoothly for you. I hope that you remember that you are important and you are loved and you are a part of the plan. So with that said, guys, thanks for hanging out. Love you. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon.